you, Alex. He only likes me for my money. All right, so welcome everybody. Let's wait for these guys to sit down. And now, if I say, Houston, we have a problem, you all know I'm talking about Apollo 13. That's right. Those were the words that Commander Jim Lovell, you know, in the 1999 film that was played by Tom Hanks, might ring a bell, the words he mentioned on 11th of April 1970. Apollo 13 had just experienced an explosion in the oxygen tank, disabling the electrical and the life support system. This means they were running out of oxygen. NASA had a major problem to solve with very little or very few resources. But against all odds, and you may remember from the film or from the real story, they came up with very innovative ideas to optimize the few resources they had. And they came back to Earth alive, all of the crew. You might be thinking, am I in the wrong place? No, you're right. You're in the right place. We're not going to talk about space. We're going to talk about resource management and its importance to keep us all alive. In order to talk about this interesting and important subject, the market leader, the company that's leading the industry, and we have the pleasure to have with us the CEO of Veolia and Akbar, Manu Cermerón. Ahora sí, un aplauso fuerte. Manu, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Do we have any non-Spanish speakers in the audience? Anybody that doesn't speak Spanish? One. Well, only for you, my friend, we're going to continue in English. You owe me a beer or two. Okay. So, Manu, welcome to your house. Welcome to your panel. I always say we have the chance of having the CEO of two top companies, major multinationals. Let's find out a bit more about him, what is not written in the website. You can always go to Veolia's website, to Akbar's website, but let's ask the CEO. What's behind the title? Tell us, Manu, you are an engineer,
yeah.
And you've always worked in water. Why? What brought you to this sector? What we have to know about all that career? Tell us a bit more about you. And why didn't you become an astronaut or a footballer?
Interesting question. First thing is, I like sport a lot. I love football. The only thing is that nowadays is not good time for me to talk about football. I'm a Barcelona supporter, fan. So attending to the excellent performance of Real Madrid, I just moved to the next point.
Subject.
The next subject, because it's going to be better for me. Well, said that. An engineer. Yes, electrical engineer. In fact, yeah. I wanted to become, when I was studying, I wanted to become an engineer able to design the engines for high-speed trains. That was my dream when I was studying. The point is that when I finish my final project and I get my master's degree, yeah. I realized that impact is about people. Yeah. And that being very interested in technology, and it is, and it's part of my foundations. It's the way I think based on technology and people. I realized that perhaps having just a look to the world, it was worthwhile. I went and I became a consultant for 4 years. I worked for Accenture, and then finally I landed in the environmental sector linked to water. Why water? water is all around the places.
Water is life.
Yeah, water is life, exactly. Any industrial process needs water to be performed.
And you think you can make a bigger impact in this sector, in a way?
When you see in some rivers the quality of water that we get, how we transform, operate, treat that water to become potable, and then one is used, industrial site or in a city, and you get back to our treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants, and you turn it back to the environment in perfect conditions, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's
you can see
really,
you can do something. You can make a difference.
Yeah, you make complete the difference there.
So Manu, we don't have much time. So let me get back to that Apollo 13 famous sentence.
Yeah.
I'm going to change the beginning. Manu, do we have a problem? Manu, we have a problem. What problem? And what does Veolia stand in this problem or these problems?
Well, first thing is we have a big challenge in front of us, a real big challenge. I've seen, just walking around the exhibition, I've seen a panel saying climate change is not a threat, is happening now.
Yeah.
So that's clearly what we are experiencing and what we are living.
Yeah.
We have a challenge in front of us, but we have capacities, technology, knowledge, and experience to cope and face all these challenges. Decarbonizing the industry, the world economy in general terms, be able to guarantee the water supply and water access to the whole population. These are the things that we are facing, but I am genuinely optimistic about it.
But tell me, if you, when you go to bed at night, if somebody keeps you awake, and if you had to choose one of the main problems, tell us the truth, now that nobody is listening or recording. If you had to choose the major problem for you, Manu Cermeron, but not only as the CEO of Veolia, but from your experience, as also a CEO of Veolia, obviously, with your experience, what is the one that worries you the most? Because now we're going to talk about afterwards and how can we solve it, obviously.
Yeah.
But which one worries you the most?
When you look globally to the different issues, it's quite easy to talk about general things.
Exactly, that's why...
The decarbonizing the economy, that's general topics. But here, the difference arrives when you are able to make a local impact. And going to your question, for me, probably the issue, the issue that keeps me awake during night is guarantee of water supply. Be able to guarantee the water supply. We are suffering in Spain a major drought. Obviously, if you live in the north of Spain or even in the center of Spain, your perception is going to be completely different because reservoirs are absolutely full. In fact, we are generating a lot of energy coming from hydropower, so that's a clear signal that we have enough resources locally in part of Spain, but south of Spain, especially Costa del Sol Occidental and Oriental and Catalonia, they are suffering a very severe drought. And that is probably a point that we need to focus very, very well if we want to have a chance.
Yeah. Let's say guarantee water supply. You were saying, we were saying at the beginning, water is life, no water, no life. That's it, end of the story, game over. In this sense, and as the same way the Apollo 13 crew had to find innovative solutions to save their lives because they were running out of oxygen, and they made it, how is Veolia? Tell us a few examples of business cases of how the company has these innovative solutions in that main problem, but the three main verticals. Give us something that are actually enabling that ecological transition that has the title of the panel, actually.
You're very right. In Veolia, we are leading the market in terms of water. We are the leader company when we talk about water supply here in Spain. Akbar is the brand, and all the companies we have behind that brand. But we have capacity, technology, and experience as well in energy efficiency and then waste treatment. To put together these three métiers, these three verticals, give you a very interesting starting point to configure projects that can make the difference. But going to your question again about drought and potential solutions, one of them linked to water, reuse.
Yeah.
Reuse, reuse. And let me put just some examples. Murcia is a region you know pretty well, less.
Everybody knows where Murcia is?
Yeah?
Yes, lo que nos gusta en verano, eh?
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Murcia.
We love Murcia.
When we talk about Murcia, it's well known because we have La Manga del Mar Menor there, but you can there find probably one of the best vegetables there. They grow almost everything. Extreme quality, very, very powerful. The European market is just...
¿Dónde hay con Murcia? ¿La huerta de Europa o de España? O
That's
la
it.
huerta, ¿no?
Well, they are reusing nearly 100% of the water. That's the reason why in a very dry area, they are able to grow such second-to-none vegetables. It's absolutely outstanding. That's Murcia. But when you go to the north, zero. And when you go to the south, reuse. Zero reuse.
Zero reuse.
And if you go to Andalusia, there is a lot of room for improvement in the same way in Comunidad Valenciana or Catalonia. In average, we are reusing only 15% of the water that is treated.
Repeat that. Only an average of 15% of the water we're reusing. That's a crime.
That's a crime because, well, we're investing a lot of energy, knowledge, effort, economic resources to treat that water, that if you leave or the treatment plant is just by the sea, it's going to be back to the sea. So we are losing this water. A different thing is that if you are inland and you put this water in the river, can be, someone is going to take profit probably downstream in that river. But looking to the Mediterranean coast, where we have a very heavy problem in terms of water supply guarantee, there, just to waste that water and send it back to the sea, for me, is something that we need to reconsider seriously. And just let me, one thing.
I was going to say, there's so much opportunity then.
Very, very much. I'm pretty sure that all of you know about desalination.
Yeah.
Desalination plus reuse is a way to guarantee that we are able to supply water in all the areas in Spain. That's it. If with the drought that has been suffering Catalonia, Barcelona, metropolitan area, 3 million people, without desal, 60 million cubic meters production per year, the desalination plant, plus 60 other million cubic meters reuse, we would have to cut water and supply in Barcelona. And we managed not to do it because of that, because we had access to reuse, and this water, instead of going to the Mediterranean coast river in a very nice village called El Prat de Llobregat, my village, instead of that, is pumped upstream back to the river, and then we catch that water again, we treat it, and we supply to the population.
Okay, Manu, how do we do it? How does Veolia approach this problem, and what are the capabilities? What are these solutions? What is the approach that makes Veolia different and so successful? Let's say multinational, doing really well.
Yeah.
Why? What is the key? How do you do it? How do you approach the problem?
I think that we are able to configure projects in two different dimensions. The first one in the vertical arena. So if it is only about water, we can just configure a project linked to water. Okay? Yeah. If it's about energy, we can configure a solution about energy. And if it's about plastic recycling, waste, we can do it as well.
So you can
in each we have
separately.
Yeah, we can do it. But
aquí viene lo mejor.
But
the best is yet to come.
But the difference is that we have the potential to look at the territory and see how can we link all these different resources. And to put an example, hydrogen, green hydrogen, a hype.
Yeah.
That probably is going to have for sure a role to play in the economy in the coming years, for sure. I don't have any doubt about that. 42% of the projects that has been, I would say, proposed in Spain are proposed in water-stressed areas.
Yeah.
So when you arrive there,
42%
yeah,
in areas that don't actually have
water, and that they have an imbalance today for, I will say, the normal uses. So you have two options. You just scrap, eliminate, erase that project opportunity, or you think in a different way. Just to put an example, we have been, and we are working with one of our partners, in this case is CEPSA.
CEPSA! Do we have any CEPSA people in the audience? Hey, ¿quién es? A ver que no te veo. Estela. Oh, we have one representative, but there are many
Excellent.
here.
Thank you for coming.
CEPSA, yes, was the main representative. CEPSA, doing really well. Yeah.
So we are working with them to try to configure in Huelva, south of Spain, very stressed area, nice strawberries.
Oh, yeah.
Nice strawberry, but very stressed water area. We are trying just to configure a project where we have a waste treatment plant treating municipal water, and we want to take advantage of these 7 million cubic meters per year that we have just to inject to industrial process and make available, feasible, the green hydrogen project that CEPSA has in mind. So that's it, the difference, is we are able to connect dots that probably none other companies are able because they need to join venture in a different way. We have all our competencies in-house.
What you say is you call it a 360 vision or
That's it.
capability.
That's it.
Because you have the three main verticals, energy, waste, and water, or the other way around, water, waste, and energy if you want. And also your collaborations, partnerships with companies like CEPSA.
And the rest of the ecosystem.
Do it alone.
And the rest of the ecosystem. We need technology. We need new knowledge. We need new approach. We need smart people around us. And our commitment is always to give traction to that innovation, to make the difference and to try to move faster than doing by your own. So it's a company that is absolutely open to innovation, is open to everything. Yeah, I see.
We're running out of time, so I was asking Manu what kept him awake, the CEO of Veolia Gran Bar, at night with such a big responsibility, such a big multinational. But now to finish, I'm going to ask him, what makes you get up in the morning and go to work?
Okay, interesting. First thing is...
in 7 seconds.
Passion and people. The team that I have with me, excellent second to none team, excellent platform, Veolia to work with, to work in, to develop a career, to be able to make the difference and to propose something that probably is going to be partially the solution for the coming years.
You're going to make a change, you're making an impact, and you're working with great people. Are you looking for any profiles now that we're here?
We are always open and looking for new profiles. People knowing about electrical vehicle batteries recycling, more than welcome to us.
Come and speak to the team. There's some of the people here, Catalina, some of the people of Veolia here, so come and we're always looking for good people. Thank you so much to Manny Cermeron, to all of you, and we have a lot of work to do, so
yeah, plenty.
Let's join and have fun, and let's change the world. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Manu.
Thank you very much, both. Pleasure having you.